Hey guys, it's Nick, and just a heads up, this is a two-part review of the game against the Kings and the big win against the Ducks. So, stay tuned and hope you enjoy both reviews, even though I know you did not enjoy one outcome, but I do know you enjoyed the next outcome. Alright? Hope you enjoy. Well, that game really sucked. The Blackhawks lose 4-3 to the LA Kings in overtime. This game was horrible by the Chicago Blackhawks. This game they should not have gotten a point in it. The Hawks lose 4-3 to the LA Kings. They were outplayed and it showed. I'm going on the shots on goal in this game to start it off with. And 27 for the Hawks, 49 for the Kings. In 3 straight games, the Hawks have given up 136 shots on net. That is unacceptable. Face-off percentage, the Hawks went 43.1%, where the Kings went 56.9% on the power play, on the face-off. Yeah, that's unacceptable. Power play, hey, the Hawks actually score a power play goal, but they only scored one goal on it because they only had one power play. The Kings had 4 power plays. They did not do anything on it. The Hawks killed those. They played well on the penalty kill. Penalty minutes, Hawks with 8, the Kings with 2. The Kings played well disciplined in this game, I have to say that. Block shots, the Hawks had 16. That shows the Kings could have had over 60 shots on net. Almost 66 shots on net. But they did not get all shots on because that happened because the Hawks were blocking a lot of shots. And let's talk about the hits. It was 17-16 in favor to the Hawks. First period, it was a closer game than it was, even though the shots doesn't show it. In the first period, the Hawks have 12. The Kings had 17. Second period, the Kings had 18 to the Hawks 8. And then the third period, 10 for the Kings, 4 for the Hawks. In overtime, it was back and forth hockey. It was insane overtime, but we'll get into that. Let's get into the goals of the game, why not? Let's talk about something that happened early in the game that was unexpected. Corey Crawford took a shot to the head pretty quick in the game, about a minute into the game. He took a slap shot from the point and it hit him right square in the head, and he stayed on the ice for these two things to happen. At 2:50 in the first period, scored by Clifford of the Kings, the second of the season, assisted by Toffoli, and right there, that goal looked pretty bad on Crawford. He looked like he was dazed and didn't look like he knew where he was at. Then, about 2 minutes later, at 4:29 in the first period, scored by Roy, his first of the season, assisted by Dustin Brown, to make it a 2-0 lead for the Kings. It was bad defense, but Crawford just did not look right after taking that shot to the head. So, Wes McCauley, one of the referees, was, I think, contacted by the concussion watchers in the NHL to say, have Crawford get off the ice and go to the quiet room. Well, that happened. Wes McCauley told Mike Gatsby to get Crawford off the ice. Crow went to the silent room for about 5-6 minutes, and then we had to go with Robin Leonard for a little bit. And Leonard stood on his head when he came in for he faced 5 shots after Crawford went out. Then Crawford came back in, and this happened. At 8:25 in the first period, scored by number 8, Dominic Kubalik, his 3rd of the season, assisted by number 77, Kirby Dach, and number 92, Alexander Nylander, to make it with them 1 goal, and it was on a power play, and Dach was right up front of the net, screening Jack Campbell, and got the puck right over to Kubalik, and Kubs just snipes it into the net. So we tried to tie it up. At 17:23 in the first period, scored by number 64, unassisted, but kind of assisted because of Jack Campbell being an idiot, getting out of the net, and giving the puck up right to David Camp to tie the game up to make it a 2-2 game. This was a great back check by Dominic Kubalik, leading to Gamble out of the net, trying to play the puck. He passes it right to David Camp, and Camper buries it into the empty net. So, right there, tied game, even it up right there at the end of the 1 period. We go to the 2nd period, no goals were scored. Crawford stood on his head, and much needed, Crawford stood on his head. So we go to the 3rd period. At 12:37 in the 3rd period, for the Kings to take the lead back, and Amendola, I believe I'm pronouncing his name right. I'm sorry if I am pronouncing it wrong, but that's how I think it's pronounced. Scores his 3rd of the season, assisted by Dustin Brown. Dustin Brown had a good game in that game. It was ridiculous. He was playing all over the ice. And McDermott to make it a 3-2 Kings lead on a tip-in, and the Kings have the lead. Crawford looked strong in it. It was just a tip-in that led to the go-ahead goal. But at 18:21 in the 3rd period, scored by your captain, number 19, Jonathan Toews, his 2nd of the season, assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane, and number 2, Duncan Keith. This goal was great. The Hawks pulled Crawford. The Hawks had a face-off in the offensive zone. Pull Crawford with about 2 minutes, 47 seconds remaining, and Hawks won the face-off. Toews was great at the dot in this game. He played great, and he won almost every face-off except for 2 in the game. Got it right down to the blue liners, and he fed it right down to Kane. Kane started doing what he knows best, baiting teams out of play, and this is what he did. He baited the Kings defenseman, leaving Jonathan Toews wide open across the crease, and Kaner sauces the puck right over to Toews, and Toews buries it past Jack Campbell, and we go to overtime. In overtime at 4:43 in OT, a bad goal given up. Scored by Drew Doughty, his 4th of the season, assisted by Toffoli, and it was just a bad goal because Crawford had the save. He was out of the net. The puck goes through his pads, and Doughty goes around the net and buries it, open net. Kings win it 4-3. Rough ending to the game, yes, but in that overtime, it just showed sparks of magic. It was back and forth hockey, and it was fire wagon hockey, what it was, because we had so many breaks happening, 2-on-1, 2-on-0 happening, and nothing came from it. So that happens, and it ends up being a loss for us in overtime. Hey, we get a point, why not? But we'll see what happens, what the Hawks do against the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow. Yes, I'm filming this video and planning to do a review back-to-back, as you may have saw from my intro for this video, because I wanted to let you guys know this is a back-to-back review, back-to-back games in Southern California. So it's now time for us to go to Anaheim, and hopefully we have a better outcome, and we'll see what happens there. Hawks win! Hawks win over the Anaheim Ducks! Yes, the Blackhawks go into Anaheim and beat the Ducks 3-2 in overtime. This was a great game. We are seeing a game that had a couple milestones in it, and one being for your Blackhawks, number 40, Robin Lehner, getting his 100th career win of his career. And for Anaheim, Ryan Getzlaf, congratulations on making it to the 1,000 game played moment club. And he played a great game, I have to say that, for Ryan Getzlaf. And then we see a special goal happening in this game as well. We'll get into this right now. This is probably one of the better games the Hawks have played in a while, since they were giving up a lot of shots lately. They gave up a lot of shots this game, but the Hawks managed to put on quite a bit of shots as well. It was more of a shooting affair game this game. So the Hawks come out on top 3-2 in overtime. Robin Lehner played great, and congratulations again on getting your 100th win, Lehner. And it was just a great all-around play, back and forth hockey. First period, the Hawks had the more momentum. Second period, by the halfway mark, the Ducks started getting back into the game and started outplaying the Hawks slightly. But let's talk about how many shots on goal in this game. 37 for the Hawks, 38 for the Ducks. Power plays, the Hawks had 5 power plays, but we do get a goal, so that's nice. Get a little power play goal streak going, back-to-back games with back-to-back power play goals. That's nice to see. The Ducks do end the Blackhawks penalty kill streak of 25 with Robin Lehner in net and 11 in 4 games. So they do get a power play goal with 4 power play opportunities. Hits, the Ducks out-hit the Hawks 22-16. Blocks, the Ducks had 18, the Hawks had 8. So the Hawks were getting the shooting off on the Ducks quite a bit, but the Ducks did get in a way of some shots. Giveaways, it was 9 for the Hawks, 14 for the Ducks. Takeaways, it was split 50-50 of 2 takeaways for the Hawks, 2 for the Ducks. First period, the Hawks had 15 shots, the Ducks had 11. Second period, Hawks with 12, Ducks with 14. Third period, 9 for the Hawks, 13 for the Ducks. And OT, I will get into it, 1 for the Hawks and 0 for the Ducks. So you know who wins in overtime. And as you can see by the score. So total up to be 37 for the Hawks, 38 for the Ducks. So let's get into the goals of the game, why not? Since this was a great game, back and forth hockey, and I had fun watching this one because we even get to see a special goal happen. And it was the first goal of the game. From your Blackhawks, congratulations, number 27, Adam Boqvist. His first of his NHL career in his second NHL game, assisted by number 92, Alexander Nylander, and number 19, Jonathan Toews. Yes, Boqvist gets his career first NHL goal. The Hawks were on a power play. Boqvist was out there to quarterback the power play. So Toews, Nylander, Doc, Kubalik, and Boqvist were all out on the ice. Toews gets in a battle, goes down to the ice, feeds it down to Nylander. Nylander sauces the puck right up to the point for Boqvist. Boqvist skates it in a little bit and then snipes it past Ryan Miller to score his career first goal. And the player that picked up the puck to give to one of the equipment managers, Kirby Dach. So right there, that's pretty cool to see the young guys getting their first goals of their career pretty early in their career. 2 games into their career, Doc getting his second game of his career, and Boqvist getting his in his second game of his career. So the Hawks have a 1-0 lead, and it was a nice goal by Adam Boqvist, hitting the post, and it goes right in. So we go to the power play at 15:33 in the first period. The Hawks have a 5-on-3 power play. The Ducks basically got into the box twice. Lindholm was the one that got the second penalty when they were already on the penalty kill. So Lindholm was sent to the box, giving the Hawks a 5-on-3 power play. So here we go. On the 5-on-3. Scored by number 12, Alex DeBrincat. His 4th of the season. Assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane. And number 8, Dominic Kubalik, to give the Hawks a 2-0 lead over the Anaheim Ducks. And that's the end of the goal scoring in the first period. Great goal by the Hawks. It was on a power play. Kane sauces the puck right to Cat's stick. Cat shoots it right on the goal line, hits Miller in the back, and goes right into the net to give the Hawks a 2-0 lead. So, right there, a little bit more relaxed. The Hawks have a cushion, and they could take advantage. But they don't. So, going into the second period, for Anaheim to make it a one-goal game, sorry, they changed the goal. So I'm checking on the stats. Erik Gudbranson scores his first of the season, assisted by Getzlaf and Steele. I thought Sam Steele was credited for the goal. I was about to say him, but then they gave it to Grubauer. So Grubauer gets the goal. Then Getzlaf gets an assist on his 1,000th career game to make it a 2-1 lead for the Hawks at 12:39 in the second period. After that, we go to the third period. Hawks with a 1-goal lead, and they don't protect it. At 6:17 in the third period, scored by Nick Ritchie, his second of the season, assisted by Seal and Cam Fowler on the power play. Yes, the power penalty kill gives it up. Jonathan Toews was sent to the box for a second time in a row. He was caught for slashing. The Ducks take advantage, and the Ducks tie the game up. By this way, I'm saying Toews got caught with the penalty. It was his second penalty back-to-back. He was sent to the box for slashing, and it was not really a slash, I felt like, nor did everyone else watching the game, I feel like. And he got caught for slashing then, and then he goes back onto the ice. Then he slashes. That time I felt like it was more of a slash, but it was called, and the Ducks take advantage. One of our best PKers in the box, and they tie the game up. So we have to have overtime. So the Hawks get another point on the back-to-back night. So that's a plus, but they want 2. They want to get the second point of the night. So here we go. At 24 seconds into overtime, scored by number 88, Patrick Kane. Assisted by number 19, Jonathan Toews. And number 2, Duncan Keith. Hawks win the faceoff. Keith had the puck down in the defensive zone after Toews won the faceoff. Keith sets it up in the defensive zone, sends Toews and Kane up the ice. And Toews sees Kane wide open, sauces the puck right over to Kane's stick. Kane one-times it in, and Hawks wins it in overtime and beats the Anaheim Ducks 3-2. So big win by the Hawks here. They come off that losing streak pretty well, and now we have to go to San Jose on Tuesday and take on the Sharks. So in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts are from both games, since as you know, this is a double review. So thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I know you did not enjoy the outcome in the first game, but I do know you enjoyed the outcome in the second game. And most of all, let's go Hawks!